Hello again. So, I wanted to talk to you guys about the HLA genes. Um, there are 12 genes in the HLA genes, and not everybody has them. So, when I spoke yesterday about genetic mutations, it is not a genetic mutation. Some people have the HLA genes, and some people do not. I happen to have the HLA genes as well as my daughter. So, what that means is most people, when they are exposed to toxins of some sort, whether that's mercury, aluminum, mold, an illness of some sort, Lyme's disease, things like that. Most people, their immune system realizes, hey, there's a foreign invader in here, and I got to go after it and get it out of my system. And so the the body, the immune system, goes to work and immediately attacks it and breaks it down and carries it out through the urine or through the sweat glands or through the poo. Okay? So that's how the body detoxifies itself. If you are I can't talk. If you are genetically predisposed with this HLA gene, okay, your body does not do that. Um, there is something that inhibits your body from being able to do that. The HLA gene does not trigger the immune system like it should, and it doesn't have the capability to break down these toxins and remove them quickly. And then what will happen is those toxins will get recycled through your body. They'll go through your bloodstream and they'll get stored in your fat cells. And enough exposure, and you're going to get sick. And with biotoxins, like the gliotoxins and the alpha toxins, you are immunocompromised. In other words, your immune system doesn't work properly, which now this makes sense because for years, and I mean, I'm talking 20 plus years here, they've been testing my immune system. And what never made sense is my immunity is like a superhero's immune system. I remember my first immune test when I was about 22 years old. So it was 21 years ago, almost 22 years ago. And I remember it was an allergist that tested it because I was constantly getting sick, and they just could not figure out why. And so they tested my immune system, and my immune system was off the charts. And the doctor goes, "This does not make any sense. I don't understand this." And I said, "What?" And it gave the normal numbers for where the immunity should be, and mine was like 2,000 points over. So he's like, "You have a superhuman immune system, but you're sick all the time. This doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I don't understand this." And of course, being 22 years old and just, I've been sick my whole life. I mean, from childhood up until now. I mean, if somebody's got it around me, I'm getting it. I mean, it's just that simple. Um, and I mean, I've had my immune system tested 5 or 6 different times, and it's always the same story. You have a superhuman immune system. Why are you sick all the time? I don't know. That's what you're here for. You're the doctor, not me. Um, Now I know because of the HLA gene, because of that genetic predisposition. And once your body is continually exposed to illness and biotoxins and bad bacteria and microbes and fungus, it gets bogged down and it can no longer do what it's meant to do. And now I know why I have a superhuman immune system and it doesn't work, because literally I'm toxic. I'm a toxic human being. So this HLA genetic mutation, this HLA gene that I have, causes my immune system to go, I mean, my body might recognize a toxin, but my immune system is helpless to do anything about it. Even though that immunity is there and it's high, I'm sick all the time, and my daughter is too. And that's, yeah, my daughter is the same way that I am. Anytime somebody gets something and she's around them, she is as sure as I'm sitting on my bed, she is as sure to get it. So now we understand what is going on. There have been so many puzzle pieces that I've had over the years, over the last 20 years. And I've just kind of had all these puzzle pieces and no clear picture. None of them fit together. Now they're all starting to fit together. And so if you are sick all the time, if anytime somebody's got a sniffle and you know for sure, oh my word, I was within 10 feet from them, I am going to get it, go get tested for this HLA genetic makeup, because chances are that's what's going on, that you have this genetic predisposition, which if that is true and you do have one of these 12 genes, if you have been exposed to any kind of biotoxin, I mean, and that could be in vaccines as well, you probably need to start detoxing. And I will talk to you a little bit more about CIRS and how CIRS comes about, because CIRS, your genetic predisposition to CIRS is there, but it's not kicked off, and I may have talked about that in the last video. I believe I did. I believe I talked about an event that needs to happen, some sort of an accident or illness or trauma. Some sort of trauma needs to happen for CIRS to kick off. So you may have been exposed and not have CIRS, but you can still be toxic because of the HLA genetic mutation. So I really don't know if a regular medical doctor is going to know what the HLA genetic makeup is. I have to stop saying genetic mutation. It's not a mutation. But I know an integrative specialist will know what it is, and a functional medicine specialist will know what it is. And if you live in the Bryan area, Dr. Zimmerman up at the Parkview Physicians Group, since he's a doctor of osteopathy, I would imagine he knows what that is, and he will know how to test you for that. So if you have all these symptoms, and they're just kind of all over the place, diabetes, obesity, chronic pain, fibromyalgia, arthritis, gastrointestinal issues, brain fog, you got to go get tested, because chances are you've got the genetic makeup, and chances are you've been exposed to some sort of a biotoxin, bacteria, microbe. And I mean, we've all been exposed to that. I mean, right? I mean, it's just that prolonged exposure and in an event that will kind of just cause this to go crazy in your body and cause all these crazy symptoms. And in a later video at some point, I'm going to be putting together about what this does to your brain. Okay, I mean, there's a thing that we call mold brain. It's kind of like mommy brain, but like 10,000 times worse. So I will get to that, but I wanted to, address this HLA genetic makeup issue, because if you have this, you've got to know about it and you've got to know the risk, because your body does not get rid of the toxins like it should. And it's just going to be a matter of time before it builds up, and then bam, you're sick and you're fatigued and you have to quit work because you're too tired, you're too sick, you're in too much pain. So, you know, if you fit the same profile that I do, go get tested. Don't sit around and wait. Okay? So, take care and have a wonderful day.